as you guys talked about locker rooms, Danny, you've had experiences, and I don't know if anything pales in comparison to what your finals experiences to Andres. I know you were curious in regards to how you managed that.
So I've played in a couple NBA finals. I've been to 3, and I've been lucky enough to actually have 2-1. So
2-1.
I've been lucky enough to win a couple. You've been to 4.
Super Bowls, not NBA finals.
Yes, 4 Super Bowls.
And didn't win.
I can't imagine. Well, how old were you when the first one happened? How did you take it?
1990, played the Giants, your team. I was, 26?
How was that year for you? How did you cope with it?
The losing or just getting there? Or
Both, all the above.
We all grow up as little kids wanting to be somebody, wanting to be something. I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to play in a Super Bowl. I wanted to do this and do that. And to be on that stage is something, I took it as something that you work for, but it was a different feeling. And to play in front of not only the fans at the stadium, but you're playing in front of millions of people that are watching it on TV in countries you don't never even heard of. So I think I accomplished that when that happened. Now the losing part, you win some, you lose some, but you learn a lot. And I think losing builds character. Winning can build character too. It can break down character. And I think I've learned a lot about life from those 4 games that I played in Super Bowl.
Do you think each one was different in terms of how you cope, how you, I guess, embrace the moment and the experience? Do you think like the first one, because you were so young and you're just happy to be there, you're experiencing it, it's like, oh, it's what I've dreamed of my whole life. How many years were you in the NFL at that point when you got to your first Super Bowl?
5 or 6 years. So I was like right at the peak. I started doing, after that, I started doing this.
Okay. So then you were like, okay, this is
I was like, dude, this is the ultimate.
This is my
Let's get
coming
back
out
there
party.
again. Let's get back there again.
So you were excited about it, and then after
Exactly.
the second loss, do you think it was like,
I mean, yeah, I think, in the off season, it was all about, okay, what are you guys going to do this year to get back to that game to try to set the record straight and set it right and win? And then we came back that third time. We were like, yeah, this is it this year. We've been here twice now, third time's a charm, and we end up losing that one. So we're like, well, what's going to happen next year? Are we going to lose some guys, or free agency, all this other stuff is going to happen? Got back there again. There was 31 other teams that wanted to be in that position, and they couldn't beat us. So although we didn't win on that day, and that's, you won 2 NBA championships, that's the ultimate for an athlete, is to be a champion. I would never write down and say, well, I don't feel like I'm a champion because of that. That's just for the media and for all those people to say. They've never been there. They don't know what I go through. So I'm a winner regardless, win, lose, or draw. Would I love to win? Yes. Because it wouldn't have been for me, it would have been for the whole city of Buffalo and all my teammates. But it didn't happen that way. So you just move on and you try to conquer something else.
Do you think, because how you lose also affects you differently. In each one of those games, were any one of those games where you felt like we had them or we should have won that, or it was like you were up and then you lost at the end or something?
Well, the first one against the Giants, we lost by a field goal in the last 18 seconds. Now, would that have propelled us to get to 3 more or not? That's neither here nor there. We don't know. Second one, we kind of, and mind you, through all these 4 games, we played in so many games. We played in more games in a 3-4 year span than anybody in the history of the league at that time. Over 100 some games. After the second one, it was like, well, we didn't play good. It's not that we didn't show up. I think we were just a tired football team. Redskins were a better team that day. We had to be on point to beat them. Came in the third year against Dallas. Dallas was probably the #1 team, had the #1 offensive line. Emmett, Troy, Michael Irvin. They had a pretty good defense. Turned the ball over too much. That was the fourth one. The one that we thought should have won was probably the first one against Dallas in Atlanta. We're winning at halftime, and we came out, gave the ball up, and against a team like Dallas or whoever's in the Super Bowl, the playoffs are coming up. You turn the ball over, it's probably going to be points. So out of all four of them, probably that third one was the one I thought that we really, this is it. Because we were winning at halftime, we felt good about ourselves. And, we just made too many mistakes in the second half and against Dallas, yeah.